their child from school.
Yeah, good. The next one I had was return of property. We've seen Nazir was a gentleman, armed citizen, concealed carry license holder who used his gun in self-defense in a Northside Aldi's, and it took him over a year to get his gun back, and at that point he had to go to court and do the return of property petition to get his gun returned, even though within a week of the shooting, using his gun in self-defense, the DA had ruled that was justified. The getaway driver had been released from jail before Nazir even had his gun back. So that was one instance I was going to point to. And then Andy Kachansky, who's the bartender owner of a bar, Kachansky's Concertina Beer Hall, who shot and killed armed intruders, robbers, back last August. He's still waiting to get his gun back. Now, I did talk to him this past week, and he thinks that he may be getting it back soon. But do you think, would you be willing to support legislation, affirmative return of property in a situation where concealed carry license holder or anybody who lawfully uses their gun in self-defense, once the DA decides that that it was justified, would you be willing to support legislation that would affirmatively return property to people in situations like that?
Absolutely. And, I want to be careful that I'm not, making pie-in-the-sky commitments where I'd obviously have to look at specific language. And I can see that there would need to be time for investigations and things like that. But certainly conceptually, when you've got a citizen who's done absolutely nothing wrong, they've followed the law, and they've been forced to use their gun in a situation where they've protected themselves, then there's absolutely no reason that they shouldn't have the right to their property back in a timely manner.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm kind of, I'm being, I have ulterior motives here. Bringing this up, I'm planting the seed because I think that, what we see, I think anybody who takes a close look at this, and we see drunk drivers that drink and drive and they get their vehicles back, and they're committing a crime, and then we see, right. You could say there's establishments that have crimes take place, and they collect their evidence and get them open for business, a day or two later. So I think that there's currently laws in place in Wisconsin that would return, that allow the weapon to be tested and gather the evidence and then return it back. So yeah, I just plant that seed that's something that it actually came up at the Wisconsin Carry annual meeting from one of our attorneys that he's from Georgia and he's part of Georgia Carry, and they've had success with that kind of legislation there. So I'm planting the seed with that here.